2023 Topps update is set to release on Wednesday, October 11th, and it's always been a fun and affordable rip. The rookie checklist isn't quite as strong as it has been in the past, but there are a few names to look out for. In this article, I'm going to give you 15 position players and 10 pitchers that you'll want to watch for when you're ripping this set, but next week. Be sure to understand that Spencer Strider and Ronald Acuna Jr. stats have been used as a reference point, and they are not on this checklist. Now, I did rank these players based on my own personal preference, but they are all capable of contributing to their respective teams in the future. The rookie checklist is pretty much a 50-50 split between pitchers and hitters, so let's take a look at our top 10 pitchers first. Mason Miller kicks this thing off at number 10. He only pitched 33.1 innings this season, but held hitters to the lowest batting average on this list at only 200. While he managed to strike out 10-plus batters per 9 innings, he also held the highest walk rate per 9 on this list at 4.32. Miller has a big fastball, and his velocity ranks in the 97th percentile among all MLB arms. His 4.77 xFIP was also the highest on this list, but that could change drastically over the course of a larger sample size in 2024. Logan Allen doesn't have what most would call electric stuff, but he gets people out, and that's one of the most important facets of pitching. He posted solid numbers in 2023, finishing the regular season with a 1.7 WAR and a 4.29 xFIP across 125.1 innings, which is the third most innings by any pitcher on this list. Brandon Williamson is one of the tallest left-handed pitchers in the major leagues and throws a mid-90s fastball with excellent vertical plane. The Reds lefty finished the season with the lowest K per 9 on this list, but held a 4.29 xFIP across 25 starts, finishing the season with a 1.8 WAR. In the number 7 spot, we have Cole Ragans, who put up the lowest 2023 xFIP on this list at 3.71, less than 1 point away from Spencer Strider. Ragans held the second highest walk per 9 rate among pitchers on this list, but he also limited hitters to a 2.01 batting average and struck out 10.59 hitters per 9, which ranked second and third in those categories respectively. He finished out the 2023 season with a 2.2 WAR, earning a bronze medal among pitchers on this checklist. Bryce Miller holds the number 6 spot among pitchers on this rookie checklist and finished the year with the lowest walk per 9 rate in the group at 1.78. Miller throws a lot of strikes and has an incredible spin rate on his fastball, creating a lot of late life on the pitch. It plays well up in the zone where a lot of high-velocity arms are going these days. In 25 starts, Miller logged just over 131 innings in 2023, finishing the season with an 8-7 record and a 1.9 WAR. The second Guardian on this list is Tanner Beebe, coming in at the number 5 position. Beebe was Mr. Reliable for the Guardians this season, amassing 142 innings pitched across 25 starts, and finished the 2023 season with a 10-4 record in his rookie season. While his K per 9 and walk per 9 numbers aren't exactly jaw-dropping, his 2.9 ERA in 2023 came in lower than Braves ace Spencer Strider's did in the regular season. At number 4, we have the second youngest arm on this top 25 list, Taj Bradley. The young Rays righty had a solid rookie season, limiting his xFIP to 3.83 and striking out a list-leading 11.09 hitters per 9, only 2 Ks per 9 short of Strider. Bradley is a plus athlete that boasted incredible numbers in AA, but hasn't been as dominant in AAA and the major league level. He still has youth on his side at age 22 and could be a key component to the Rays' rotation in 2024. Grayson Rodriguez is one of my favorite pitchers in the minor leagues as a prospect. His plus changeup made hitters look foolish at the AA and AAA levels prior to his call-up, and his slider is good enough to finish off hitters at the major league level. His plus off-speed offerings really help increase the effectiveness of his mid to upper 90s fastball. G-Rod had the highest opponent batting average on this list at 257, but also finished the season with the third lowest xFIP of 375. Bobby Bradley has an elite fastball that hits triple digits quite often in game. He can also utilize his slider as an out pitch that plays very well off of his fastball. Miller has excellent stuff and managed to compile 122 innings in 22 starts, finishing the 2023 regular season at 10-4. His performance was good enough to earn him the second highest WAR on this list at 2.8. You can catch Miller in the NL Divisional Series versus the Arizona Diamondbacks, which kicks off Saturday, October 7th. Yuri Perez is number 1 on my pitchers list for this release and probably ranks at the number 2 spot behind Matt McLain on the entire rookie checklist. I watched a good amount of video of Perez in AA last year, and his stuff is filthy. He's also 6 foot 8 inches, and his downhill plane is second to none. At just 20 years old, he was able to finish the 2023 season with the second highest K per 9 of 10.64, and for a lanky player with so many moving parts, he held his walk to 9 to just above 3. Perez will add even more beef to a stacked Marlins rotation with Sandy Alcantara, Jesus Luzardo, and Braxton Garrett. I wanted to throw one honorable mention in the arms department. I know Ryan Walker is 27 years old and probably a bit outdated in the hobby, but he's had an amazing 2023 working as a reliever and starter. He's close to being in the 90th percentile among all MLB pitchers in nearly every pitching-related category on StatCast, so I definitely think he deserved the shout-out on this video. Now, if you guys enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, be sure to check out my Patreon page. I'll put a link to it in the video description. Over there, you get early access to my top 100 Bowman Chrome autographs list and my top 125 Bowman Chrome autos under $50 list. You get early access to all of my team break guides and Patreon exclusive access to all of my breakdowns for every checklist since 2019, a Patreon exclusive Discord server, and early access to all my video info. If you guys want to check out my Patreon page, I'll put a link to it in the video description. In honor of this video, I'll also be giving away a Nelson Velasquez 2022 Topps Pro Debut autograph. There's no purchase necessary for this giveaway, so head over to my Patreon page and check that out as well. You can also find the full article for this video and lots of other prospecting resources over on my website at letstalkwax.com. Now, before we get into our top 10 hitters, I also have some honorable mentions. Michael Busch had a dominant offensive career in the minor leagues and recently took home the Pacific Coast League MVP honors. Matt Mervis has a similar profile to Busch with a bit higher contact skill and a bit lower defensive ceiling. He hit for average and power in the minors, but is yet to get it going at the major league level. There isn't much love for floor players in this hobby, but Brian Rocchio is a switch-hitting shortstop that could generate enough offense to be an everyday regular at the position, and he's also only 22 years old. Casey Schmidt plays great defense and has an absolute cannon of an arm that plays well at both shortstop and third base. His bat was top tier in the minor leagues, but he's had a hard time being consistent at the major league level. Xavier Edwards has shown a consistent hit tool from both sides of the plate, but he probably couldn't beat his sister in a game of home run derby. Dominic Fletcher is a lot like Edwards, but with a little more juice. Brenton Doyle leads off this hitter top 10 list, and there are few players on this list who have much higher upside on defense than offense, and he is definitely one of them. He's got awful offensive numbers, but so far his defensive upside has outweighed his offensive woes in Colorado. Joey Weimer was one of the top defenders in the MLB while he was up, but he, like many others, didn't fare well against his first taste of MLB arms. Weimer has put up some really good offensive numbers across several minor league seasons, and hopefully he doesn't turn into a quadruple A all-star. Michael Garcia has one of the best contact tools on this rookie checklist. He holds the highest average exit velocity on this list at 91.8 due to his ability to make consistent hard contact. He doesn't have much juice, but he finds barrel, posting a list-leading 50.6 barrel rate as well. Garcia's blend of speed and contact make him a viable lead-off hitter. Patrick Bailey is by far the best rookie catcher in his class and stats-wise one of the best catchers in the MLB as well. He's in the 100th percentile in fielding run value and framing, the 98th percentile in caught stealing above average, and the 95th percentile in pop time. Much like Doyle, Bailey's defense provides much more value than his offense, but he's an absolute machine behind the plate. Nelson Velasquez hit 17 home runs in only 179 major league plate appearances. Yes, it's pretty dang good. His 378 xWOBA and 352 ISO are also the best on this rookie checklist, and he's in the top 5 in several other categories as well. The two things that concern me about Velasquez are the sample size, which is the lowest on the list, and the swinging strike percentage, which is second highest behind Brenton Doyle. Velasquez has the smallest sample size of anyone on this list, and while his numbers are elite, I want to make sure he can continue to perform at this level before I get too crazy about him. Breaking the seal on our top 5 is Arizona Diamondbacks catcher Gabriel Moreno. Moreno is another floor-type player who is solid on both sides of the ball. He has the ability to hit for average offensively and is one of the most difficult catchers in the major leagues to run on. Moreno had a small power streak a few years ago in the minor leagues, but it didn't last or carry on to the major league level. The Diamondbacks made a good move snagging Moreno from the Jays earlier this season, and it has paid off for both parties. Zach Neto was the first player to reach the major leagues in the entire 2022 draft class after only a couple hundred minor league plate appearances. Neto plays an excellent shortstop, and although his swing involves an enormous leg kick, he's shown some offensive upside. He got rather hot following his call-up, but like most players, it didn't last very long. I don't think Neto will be a 30-30 player down the road, but he will flash enough leather and lumber to retain his position at shortstop in the foreseeable future. Edouard Julien brings home the bronze medal on this list after putting together an impressive year for the Twins in 2023. He holds the third highest xWOBA among the rookies on this checklist and recently helped the Twins to their first playoff series win in 21 years. Throughout his professional career, Julien has been a very patient hitter. When he gets his pitch, he rarely misses, which helps to play his power way up. Between Julien and Royce Lewis, the Twins' future is looking pretty bright at the moment. Matt McLain is our silver medalist after putting together one of the best rookie campaigns in 2023 across the entire MLB. Following the 2021 draft, McLain showed off his speed and power abilities across two levels, but struggled a bit with the Ks and contact in 2022. He had a breakout year in 2023, hitting for average, power, and stealing bases in AAA prior to an early season call-up. A late season oblique injury cut his 2023 MLB season short, but in 403 plate appearances, he hit 16 home runs and stole 14 bases while posting a .290 batting average, the best season of his career. It's kind of funny how everyone was peeing down their leg over Elly De La Cruz, while Matt McLain was finding a lot of barrel. Now, technically, Matt McLain should be at number one because I know Nolan Jones already has a rookie card in 2023 Topps Chrome, but his numbers in 2023 were too good not to talk about. Jones was traded to the Rockies during the offseason in 2022 for Juan Brito. His change of scenery worked, and over 424 MLB plate appearances in 2023, he held a .360 xWOBA with a .245 ISO, hit 20 home runs and stole 20 bags, and posted a max exit velocity of 115.3, the highest on this list. It did take a little while, but Jones' bat finally came to life after years of disappointment in the Cleveland Guardians organization. That's going to wrap this video up. If you guys want to help support the channel, as I said, check out my Patreon page. I'll put a link to it in the video description. I'll also be giving away a Nelson Velasquez 2022 Topps Pro debut autograph, and you don't have to subscribe to the Patreon to enter. Be sure to check out my Let's Talk Wax website as well, where you can find a large database of prospecting resources for free. A quick shout out to all my Patreon level 3 sponsors, and if you guys enjoy my videos, don't forget to subscribe, and also throw in the comments which rookies you are chasing in 2023 Topps Update. Y'all have a great day.